Hey everyone, today we're going to do an unboxing of the Sega Toys edition of the Astro City Mini V. This is a special edition of the console that was limited to 500 units. This console, you probably know, it has 21 vertically oriented games with only 4 of them by Sega, and the rest are companies including Rising, Toaplan, Nichibutsu, and Saikyo. Now most of these are shooters, but some of them are cool and a little bit different. Standouts: Desert Breaker, Outzone, Wrestle War, and Cosmo Police Galavan. Now, this device is the product of Yuichi Aochi. He's a producer of these mini arcades at Sega Toys, and Hirohiko Otobe, who's the project director for these products at Sega Toys. And Minoru Ikeda, he's the CEO of INH and the owner of Game Center Mikado. I think before doing a Blast City, they wanted to address the more hardcore games of the 80s and 90s. These games are well known to shooter fans, most of them, but arcade enthusiasts in general should appreciate this lineup. And more casual gaming fans won't appreciate this product. That's understandable. Right here is the sleeve that is exclusive to this unit. I think it looks pretty cool. I saved it in my closet, so I couldn't bear to part with it. It just looked pretty damn cool to me. Even the cardboard box that it came in saying Sega on the side. Now that's a little bit dorky of me to be excited about a cardboard box, but it was pretty nostalgic. Just see Sega on the side of a box. All right. So this is the special display. It's meant to sit behind the unit, and you're supposed to use your imagination and pretend that you're in a game center in Japan. I'm not going to use this thing. Now, you might say, why did you buy this special edition if you're not going to use the beautiful, what do you want to call it, paper diorama? Because at the time it was the only unit that was available that came with the riser. This is the Astro City Mini V Special CD. From what I can tell, it seems to be a sample of all the included game soundtracks, but it's suggested that it includes that song that you hear in the menu when you boot it up by Takanobu Mitsuyoshi, who's, the master of all Sega ceremonies. And his song is called "The Space You See, the Future I See." You'll hear it a lot, just the piano and you'll hear it all the time. You'll hear it incessantly, unless you turn it off. The volume, that is, because there's no way to turn the music off from the menus. But I don't mind that song. Also on that CD, I think, it might just be the soundtracks of all the different, they call it the recorded titles, but I think there are some bonus tracks on it by Hiroshi Kawaguchi, who's also a longtime Sega composer. But I'll open that. I'll open the CD. If I see it, no one else has it online, I'll open it and I'll eventually share the tracks, because I probably gotta open it. Anyway, there's the main unit. Here's the aforementioned style kit, the stand. I do recommend putting coins in it. I mean, chances are if you're going to play this thing in it with any type of seriousness, you're not going to use the console itself. You're going to use a controller, but still for moving it around, it's lightweight. It becomes top heavy, so I do recommend putting some coins in it. These controllers have taken a little bit of heat, and I find it works great, and I like the concave feeling of the buttons, a little indent on them, and it works fine to me. Now this is an interesting piece. This is the Astro City Mini, whatever, the arcade class. It's a special t-shirt now. If you look at it on the opposite side where you can't see here, if you try to find the images online, it contains all the title art for all the titles, and they're kind of arranged in the back. I'll probably end up mounting it in a frame, in a picture frame on the opposite side, you know. But for now, I'll just leave it in the bag. These are the marquee arts, the unique ones to this system. A lot of people don't use them because they don't like the idea that once they've used the sticker, it's done. So what I'll do, which I've done with my regular Astro City, is have them scanned in and then printed on reusable stickers. Might seem like overkill, but otherwise you're left with an empty plastic stand on the top, whatever you want to call it, marquee holder. Using some force. Snaps right in. It's a satisfying feeling. Okay, this is the change machine that I got from New Wave Toys. This is what I use to charge my unit. Now this is 5 single port, 2.1 amp outputs. And I highly recommend using the included cable that comes with the unit. I can't speak to cable science, but I understand that people are having better performance using this cable. I've seen videos where I'm going to be silent and shut up once the video plays, once I start playing the games, but I've seen videos where the delay is measured after the stick throw, click, and all I can say is that when I hear that click, whether it's the stick or whether it's a button press, you know, things happen instantly. Once you're in the game, not in the menu, in the game. To me, they happen instantaneously. So I've listened to other reviewers, and I think it does a disservice to the community to claim that a few perhaps defective units are indicative of an inferior product, because it doesn't reflect what I experienced. So this is me playing Terra Cresta, which is, I believe, the first time I've ever played it. How could I be expected to remember playing this game? A lot of people love it. Now remember, it's when the stick is thrown completely in one direction that it clicks, and that's when you should expect to see movement. Again, I've watched the other videos where they say even still, there's still 9 milliseconds of delay. You be the judge when you see some of these other games that I play. Now, sometimes I just didn't know what button did what, whether it was buy-in or whether it was add coin then start. Okay, watch this button pressed when I kill the dialogue here. Yeah, see that one? Instantaneous. To the point where I think, really, only a Cray supercomputer would be able to, Deep Blue or whatever it was called, would be able to perceive the difference. From what I've been led to believe, it's the later releases from Psycho and also Sonic Wings, they say in particular, is a big offender. And I didn't play it on this one, but I've played it outside of this video, and it plays totally fine to me, just like the others. Now, I should also let you know that from the manual of both these devices, the power usage requirements are the same. Now, you might say maybe the emulation quality is different. Maybe so, but again, from my perspective, I didn't experience any lag. Anyway, power requirements would usually, insufficient power would usually result in something like stutter. It wouldn't have anything to do with lag or input delay. That would be on the software side. I'm pleased with the performance. It's a niche device because it caters to this, subset of gamers that like shooters. I wouldn't recommend at all, obviously, buying this thing if you're not into shooters. I'll upload all my 1cc videos of all of these games in the near future. No problem. A lot of other people will go on about graphic filters. It gives you 3 different options for graphic filters, and I don't mess with that stuff. This looks fine to me. Let me tell you, growing up in the 80s and the 90s, these screens we played these arcade games on were smoke-covered, schmutz-stained, pizza-greased. No one cared as long as you could see the character and you could move and you could play the game. No one cared about the fidelity of the presentation of the scan lines on the screen. We just played the game. I don't understand where this fetishism comes from for the most perfect image, but to me this is fantastic, and it looks great, and it plays great. And those are my thoughts and impressions from booting this thing up for the first time. If you're a shooter fan, it's a huge recommendation from me. Anytime you just want to lean over and play the stupid thing and play, 5, 10, 20, 30 minutes of a shooter, it's amazing. It's a great device. And hopefully next time there will be a Blast City Mini, which would be really neat to review. Anyway, guys, until next time, adios.